If you have been planning to sew a dress with an elongated peplum that starts from the waist and drapes all the way down to the length of your dress, then this particular video is for you. You are in the right place. My name is Ayomide, and in this video, I would share how I made this dress in a simplified manner that even a beginner would be able to make it for themselves. This is me right here wearing the style. Now let's jump into the tutorial. I made use of this floral pattern Ankara for this dress, and I have it in 4 yards. So if you're a size 6, 8 and maybe 10, 4 yards could do. Let's do some calculations for the flare. My waist measurement is 26. I added 1 more inch to cover up for the zipper allowance, and I have 27 inches. For the length, I want a length of 27 inches, and I added 1 extra inch for the hemming allowance, and that gives 28. Next, I need to determine my radius. For that, I will divide my waist by 3.14, and that gives me 8.5. To know the total length, I would add the radius to the length. So 8.5 plus 28, I have 36.5 inches. This means I need about 36.5 inches fabric unfold into 2 to cut out the flare. Let's go ahead and do this. I have folded my fabric into 2 as I earlier illustrated. I've also gone on to cut out a length of about 37 inches on fold. This is so I don't have to deal with the entire 4 yards of fabric on my table. Also, I would be folding the fabric again into 2 in this manner. It gives the shape of a triangle, sort of. After that, I will then mark out my radius. Remember from the calculations, the radius was 8.5 inches. Here I am marking out 8.5 inches on my fabric. After marking, I went on to cross-check that dimension to see if it would cover up my waist with the additional zipper allowance, and it was going to be sufficient. After that, I went on to mark the length. My length is 28 inches. This measurement would start just after the radius, or from the radius mark, and this would be marked all round. After marking, I went on to cut it out. And here is what my fabric looks like. A half circle skirt. It is now time to work on the bodice. I want to draft directly on my fabric, so I am going to do that on the lining, and given that it is black in color, this would enhance visibility. The first thing I'm doing is to draw a starting line, which would also serve as a shoulder line. From there, I would mark my shoulder to waist measurement plus half an inch for sewing allowance, and that gives a total of 16 inches. I would mark that line down. Next up, I would mark my shoulder measurement, half of my shoulder measurement, which is 7 inches. I'll come down by 1 inch and also mark my neck width measurement, and I went for 3 inches. I connected that 3 inches to the shoulder measurement, the 1 inch, to create my shoulder slant, and also elongated the line for the sleeve. From the 1 inch I marked below the shoulder line, I'll mark 6.5 inches. This would help me draw in my chest line. I would also need to draw in my armhole line. Afterwards, I proceeded to mark my armhole. First, I went upwards by 3 inches, came inward by about 0.75 inch, and then drew in the initial curve first of all. On the chest line, I placed a quarter of my bust measurement. I added half inch for ease allowance, and I added my side seam allowance. I thereafter went on to mark a quarter of my waist measurements, half inch for ease allowance, 1 inch for dart, and also my side seam allowance. I connected this together. From this point right here, I marked 3.5 inches. This is me working on the sleeve. From the chest line, I marked 1 inch upward. Then I proceeded to draw in the armhole. I came up by 1 inch from the chest line because I don't want the armhole to be too big. You can always alter this to suit your preference. So this is me trying to draw in the armhole. Also, in order to prevent pointiness of the sleeve, I came downward by half an inch from this edge and just connected it back to the sleeve. Also, I realized the armhole might be small for me, so I came downward by about half an inch from the chest line. You can actually settle for your chest line measurement, but I just don't want the armhole to be very big so that my sleeve, my hand, my armpit is not exposed. So I was satisfied with this particular measurement. Next up, for the neckline, I used about half inch for the back because I would also use this to cut out both the back and the front. So I added half an inch to the neck width measurements. So half an inch for the back neck width and 3.5 inches for the front neck width. I also added seam allowance to the shoulder slant in addition to the sleeve, and I went on to cut this out. To cut the back, I have placed my front fabric on the fabric again. I gave room for zipper allowance at the back and also extended the neckline. I would be taking out half an inch from the back bodice. This is to eliminate any bulging at the back. So I'm marking out half an inch from the entire length. I'll take it out. And as for my side, that's for the front. I would mark half an inch from the side of the bodice and just smoothen it into the rest of the fabric this way. This enables that both my front and the back would match up at the side. Now I've got my lining and I'll be using this to cut out on the main fabric itself. So guys, I have cut out on my main fabric as I earlier stated. This is the front lining, front fabric. This is the back lining, 2 pieces, and back fabric, 2 pieces. First thing first, I will need to sew in my dart. Remember, we added 1 inch for dart allowance. So here I'm just prepping my fabric so I don't have to do this on the sewing machine. I am done with that process, and here is what I have. I've picked my dart on the front and also on the back, and did likewise for the lining. Next up, I would place the lining against the fabric, right side facing each other. I'll need to turn it around the neckline, turn it around the sleeve, and also along the sides. I'll be leaving the shoulder slants open. I'll repeat likewise for the back also. After sewing this down, this is what it looks like. I also ironed my fabric so it comes out neat. Next up, I'll need to join along the side and also join it together along the shoulder. To do this, I'll place it together in this manner, go in through the front and grab the shoulder of the back, turn it inside out, and properly align the both shoulders together. After aligning them, I would sew them down. And here is the result of the process I just illustrated. The shoulder seams are now joined together, and also the sides. Also, while joining the side seam, I left about half an inch. This would help properly fix the peplum and also the flare. To cut out the extended peplum, I will need to measure, and I'm measuring from the side back. I have a total of 8 inches on the waist, and I added an additional about 20 inches to give it a total of 28 inches. Also, your remaining fabric will determine how long this would be. So I went on to cut out fabric pieces. You can see here the length I have here is a total of 30 inches, okay, and the wideness is 10 inches. I cut out 2 of this dimension, and they will be placed at either side of the back. As for the front, I have 60 inches, okay. Instead of 30 inches in 2 places, I have a total of 60 inches because it is for the front, and the dimension is also 10 inches. Now I will illustrate how I fix this. I'll pick one fabric piece for the back and place it in this manner, right side facing each other, and sew from the center back and stop just by the side before the half an inch that I left. You can see. As for the front, I will need to get the midpoint of the fabric, also get the midpoint of the bodice, place the midpoint of the fabric on the midpoint of the bodice, and sew from one side to the other side. And this is how I went on to sew this down. I also went on to hem all of the rough edges, and here is what I have. Everything have been stitched down, the front and the back, and I've gone on to hem the raw edges that are left. It's pretty simple to do, right? I also created a notch just by the side to enable easy sewing. The next thing is to fix the peplum, or rather the flare. To fix the flare, I'll take up my flare and match it appropriately on the waistline, and just go on and sew it down too. And after sewing, here is what I have. You can see my peplum is there and my flare is also there, all properly stitched together. Next thing, I would need to fix my zipper. I'll place right side against each other. I'll fix my zipper along the center back. Finish off the remaining part of the center back. And also sew the hem of the dress. And guys, here is the outcome of the dress. I love how it came out so beautifully. If you have learned one or two things from this video, kindly give it a thumbs up. If you have questions, comments, kindly put them down in the comment section. My name is Ayomide, and you would find sewing tutorials on my YouTube channel. Until the next tutorial, guys, stay blessed and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.